Hey YouTube, this is Islander Matt. So I didn't have work till 12, and I gave the program a call, and they ended up going through. So Mr. Church gracefully took my phone call, and the topic was secession. And as you can see, I got my Florida flag flying in the background. And I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to talk about it further. And if I can get your feedback on YouTube, I would like to know what you guys think. So here it goes. I'd also like to note that with 48 seconds left, he cut me off. So I'll play the clip, then I'll comment on it.
All right, let's see here. Andrew in Florida. Next up, Mike Church Show, Patriot 144. Hello, Andrew.
Mr. Church, very entertaining program.
Thank you.
I wanted to discuss the misguided concepts that a lot of conservatives and libertarians that I speak amongst. Let's just say a best-case scenario that a third party or extremely conservative Republican Party gets elected in the Senate, in the House, then in the executive branch, and we start instituting these conservative originalist judges. We're still inheriting a welfare state. We're still inheriting an income tax. Even if you lower the income tax to 1%, nothing is going to change because we're still under the control of the feds.
Right.
So the only answer is to secede.
Well, I don't know that the only answer to secede is to secede. There are a variety of options. Nullification, interposition can work. Article 5, an amendment convention to rein this thing in, to start the process of reasserting state sovereignty, respecting the 9th and the 10th Amendments, and returning power back where it needs to go, and then working inside your state to tell your state yahoos, that doesn't mean that we want you to be doing it either. That's an option. What if you secede? What if you're in a deep blue libtard state and you secede, and they say, wow, that just gives up. Now we can just go all socialist.
Well, let me explain further. I guess I just threw out a word and opened up a can of worms. But what I mean by that is, let's just say Florida, for instance, my state. Mm-hmm. And let's say we wanted to secede. Our state legislators voted for it. It was ratified. It passed. By our example, other states would follow, such as Texas, whomever, Alaska, Arkansas. We would form a new confederation. We would have our own constitutional convention, and we would fix the flaws within our constitution today that allowed us to have such a strong federal government. So, for example, we can word the Second Amendment in stronger language, or we can word a no income tax permitted in stronger language, rather than trying to change the Constitution now and deal with our corrupt and extremely extended federal government.
Yeah, what are you going to do with all the corrupt people that currently work inside it said extremely corrupt, extended federal government?
Well, what do you mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do with them?
We're dissolving our political...
I know, but you think they're going to go away? Do you think all the corruptocrats are just going to go away? See, this is the problem with just flat-out proposing a secession without dealing with, okay, what are you going to do after? What are you going to do with all these people? They're not going to... In other words, those that are corrupt today, they're going to be corrupt after you secede. Your act of secession didn't end their corruption. It might have ended their access to your money, but it hasn't ended the corruption. And by the by, I don't think it's necessary to secede. Not by name. Now, when you could just write a brand new Declaration of Independence. Think about it.
Okay, so that's the end of the clip, and there's two things I want to comment on. The first part is at the end when Mr. Church says, what are you going to do with all the politicians after you secede? I don't think he fundamentally understands what it means, is that once you dissolve the political union, therefore they have no more authority or power over you. They can't levy taxes, they can't do anything. So the only thing they can do is either a military campaign to try to force you back in the union, which has been proven in the past to be done by Abraham Lincoln, or just allow you to go peaceably, which is what I would hope for, or any sane person would hope for. And what's funny to me is at the end, Mr. Church says that we can have another Declaration of Independence, which is essentially what I'm arguing, but he seems to think that somehow with the new Declaration of Independence we can therefore fix Washington, D.C. I mean, personally, I'm confused on where he even stands. It seemed to me at the end he agreed with me, essentially. But if I could just read your comments on the bottom, that'd be great. I'll be sending this to a couple of friends. I know they'll be interested. And thank you for listening, and I'm interested in your feedback.